Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, RPGaDay 2020. This is day 17, and today's term is comfort. There's really three different ways that I can, look at this, and there's probably many, many more, but I'm going to look at this in three different ways. Comfort, as far as comfort zone, you should try to play outside of your comfort zone. If you've never played a game system before, give it a try. If you've never played a character class before, give it a try. Always challenge yourself as either a GM or a player to try new things. So that's my first take on the word comfort. My second take on the word comfort is from the perspective of a game master, is to make sure that my players, through their characters do not feel comfortable in the world. I want them to always feel like there is a risk out there. And as soon as they become complacent, there's ways that I've used to snap them out of that and get them to thinking again. Oh wow, this really is a dangerous place, or this is a dangerous situation that we're in, and we have to be a little bit more cautious. Certain game systems that you don't have to do that with, like Call of Cthulhu, your players should never feel comfortable. It's just not the game to do it in because at any given time, their character can lose their mind, they can lose their life, or much worse, they can lose their entire existence and just end up in a place much worse than any kind of the peace of death might bring them. So it depends on the game system as well. But for the most part, I think most games don't lend themselves to really challenging players and operating their characters in that world. And so, yeah, break them out of that comfort zone every once in a while and remind them that this is a dangerous place for your character to be certainly adventuring in. My third my third look at this, I was just thinking, like in my last session of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons First Edition, I just started playing it yesterday as a player, so that was a nice change. And we're sitting there. We ran through the first adventure, and I'm thinking my character's only a first level wizard or magic user, I should say. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, well, I really don't have enough money to buy anything. But let me think about my comfort. Maybe I'll buy a nice robe as far as quality of it, or a really nice decorative looking staff that's still functional and just to increase my comfort level, whether it's I'm wearing nice, fine, comfortable clothes, or maybe I'm paying for a room, and this actually I'll connect to the current game I'm playing on the computer, is in Pillars of Eternity. When you're looking to stay in a tavern overnight, there are two or three choices of what level of room that you're purchasing. So you could purchase the common room and it's free, but you gain no comfort from it. You're just sleeping for your 8 hours and that's it. You could pay for a slightly higher room, and that will give you 1 days of additional perception and morale, or something along those lines. So you're getting a slightly better rest for a cost. Or you could pay for the maximum comfort, which is a real luxury type of place. It costs a lot more than the other two options, and it gives you 2 days of that better rest, a more extensive rest for that cost. And so that's something as a DM that I'm thinking of doing is that since I run a lot of lower level adventures, I might look at ways of, instead of handing out magic items, which I tend not to be, do, I want to create a feeling that, well, the characters can purchase various comforts that will give them some kind of a game mechanic type benefit for a short time. So maybe a real comfortable and finely made robes will give you an AC of 9 instead of an AC of 10 without it having to be magical. Or, a finely made, so it gets quality, the quality of something made will give you a bonus based on the higher quality, the higher comfort level of a quarter staff, let's say. So it's ergonomic, so you can swing it with a little bit more efficiency, and maybe it makes it easier to hit with it. So they'll get a +1 without it having to be magical and so costly. So that's my 3 takes on the word comfort. I hope you're enjoying these RPG-A-Day 2020 little word prompts each day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you use the word comfort differently in your gaming, please feel free to leave a comment there. I'd like to take a look at what some other people are doing as well. And once again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. As I've said in my last couple of videos, I'm really close to that 800 mark, and really close to the point where I'm going to start handing out some vouchers for a PDF that is due soon. I actually just got an advanced copy, a little brief look at the game, but I have as many as 9 of those to hand out as the Kickstarter gets fulfilled. So once again, thanks for joining, and I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. You'll have a great afternoon.